Looks like the main stream is back, so we'll actually have our game and it will not be interrupted. I was a little worried that with the stream going down, that we might not actually get the game, because I doubt they'd start the games without the main stream being available. They'd probably delay them. But looks like they are alive, so we're going to be good to head into series number 2 of the day, which, ladies and gentlemen, as you saw on the pre-screen, is going to be Sidestep Kings versus Granit Gaming. Ooh, look at it. So freaking fancy. So cool. Which team has the better crown? Do Sidestep Kings the Sidestep Kings crown with the left tilt? Will that carry them to victory? Or will Granit be able to hold along? Let's find out. Once again, Granit currently 0-3 on the table. They are going to be trying to at least get a point, because otherwise, if they lose 3-0, they will be down at the bottom. Left tilt or right tilt? Ooh, fancy. I mean, I guess Granit is technically a back tilt, because they're facing forwards, but the question is, that begs the question, which way is Sidestep Kings logo facing? It looks like it's facing forwards and a little bit to the left, but that is interesting. If that's the case, then technically the crown has a right tilt, a tilt to the right of their head. Ooh, fascinating. Fascinating crown analysis. The real deets you come here for. We're getting ready to head into our second series of the day. Who will emerge victorious? Should be a fun match. Should be pretty entertaining. Once again, Sidestep Kings are looking to enter into the 2-0 club, where they will be entering. And the point is, if Granit has yet to fix their problems, so in this moment, you think Sidestep Kings will win before draft. Oh, toxic mix-in! Let's see if you're right, as we prepare to head in. Again, as we said, Granit Gaming 0-3, Sidestep Kings are 3-1. Currently, the highest map score of any team is held by Oxygen Esports with 6-1. Second place is Wild Hearts with 6-2. If Sidestep Kings can win, they will move themselves to 6-1 and tie themselves with Oxygen, two teams that have yet to play. If Sidestep Kings can 3-2, they will tie with Wild Hearts. If they lose, obviously, they will move down to be closer to Crowd Control or Simplicity, depending on what their win-loss record is. If they don't win a single map, they will technically move into 4th place, whereas Granit Gaming will move up the board. Very interesting. Very fun to see. Alrighty. Granit Gaming, again, they have a lot of work to do. If they lose 0-3, they will be tied with Chili Mountain. If they lose 0-1, they will be in 7th place, behind 30k. If they, behind 30k. If they lose 0-2, they will be in tied 7th place with 30k. The only way they get past 7th place, technically tied 7th, 6th, so the only way they get past 6th place is if they win. And even so, they got to win convincingly, because it ain't looking so good for them right now. Hello, love, Elsmith. How's it going, Elsmith? Hope you're having a good day. Also, hello, Uniso. I think I've said hello to you already, but I will say it again. Feels good. So let's have a look at our compositions here. We're just looking at CCL stats here because, of course, they're in different compositions, playing with different heroes and different players. Therefore, drafts can hyper shift. In terms of Sidestep Kings, right now, Hyde has popped in for a couple games where June wasn't available. I'm curious to see which one they're running. June is streaming, which makes me believe that they will be running June for this composition. June, of course, currently very heavy on the Lucio. Hyde has been really enjoying the Stukov lately. Kyocha has been enjoying that Diva on and off. Ultralisk, the flex hero, a little bit of Li Ming has popped up. They've been playing a bit of Cassia, of course. It's been going very well. In terms of 100% win rate heroes, Stukov, 100% win rate for Sidestep Kings. Greymane, 100% over 2 games, Stukov over 4. These are their 2 best. Garrosh, though, 3 games, 100% win rate. They're the only team that still seems to be hyper-prioritizing Garrosh, but that might change the more as the season goes on. Chromie Deckard, Gazlo, Gul'dan, Johanna, Imperius, Mal'Ganis, and Yarel are all also 100%, but those are only over a single game. Alrighty, we have our draft. Let us head in, ladies and gentlemen, to draft number 1 between Sidestep Kings and Granit Gaming. Granit Gaming talking about their stats. Of course, they have yet to win a map. As such, by the looks of it, also their stats aren't up to date. Feels bad. Oh no, they are. They are. Never mind. The stats are definitely up to date. Just feels rough. Going to be starting off with the Chromie bans. Medivh was banned out by Granit Gaming. We already talked about that earlier. It's shown up. They haven't won with it, but it is one of those games that Heroes that changes the game. So being able to pop that out of the question is very sensible. There goes the Junkrat, preventing that global soak that we do see. Is a little bit more of a Korean style to use Junkrat to double soak and gain a lot of value that way. We're going to start off with Medivh. It was not banned out. We hate to see it. They have yet to play Medivh. This is their first showing. Granit Gaming already flipping the script and making it crazy. Was it always played by Hyde? Let me look. That is a good question. No, Hyde has only played... Yes, by the looks of it, actually, yes. Hyde has played 4 games. Let me look, actually. Let's closer in on Hyde. No, it is not correct. By the looks of it, Hyde has played Stukov twice, Deckard once, Lucio once, and Karazim once. So two of the Stukov wins are from Hyde, 2 are from June, and it is June. To be played today. The Garrosh Steel. Again, Granit Gaming have done their homework. Granit plus Garrosh plus Deckard is plus Medivh. Wow, thanks, Brain. Garrosh plus Medivh is a very scary engaged strat where they can go very deep and really punish the members of Sidestep Kings by picking off kills. We're going to be seeing the Gul'dan removed here. This is more of a comfort pick for some of the members of Granit Gaming. Nick, one of the deadliest assassins in the world right now, was a really good pickup for Granit Gaming. One of the earliest drafts they did. Hey, Medivh, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing good. So we're seeing Lucio taken away. Again, they're trying to focus down that hero pool of Jude. They've stolen Stukov. They have now stolen the Lucio. Where do they prioritize now? They get the Zool for Kyocha. That's very Korean. Very Korean indeed. And they pick up the Malfurion. And Malfurion is a good hero for June. It's where the Sidestep King name comes from, in fact. Sidestep Kings, a call out from Tempo Storm, the team that played with June, Cattle, and Fan. Of course, the drafter for the team, where June was able to sidestep a Dragon Arrow on Malfurion, step up and Twilight Dream the entire enemy team to win them the game and the series. That is the name. We're going to be seeing Tychus and Phoenix as the final draft for Granit, which means it's likely going to be Phoenix in the offlane. Very cheeky. Triple range using Medivh sustain to try and hold their way through. Glad to hear, Bainesy. Sidestep Kings now final pickup for them. They get Hanzo. Not going to go for that hyper carry Cassia. They still want that second ranged hero. They need to be able to burn through that Garrosh. Very sensible. Fun drafts. Fun drafts indeed. I love the Imperius against Garrosh. It's always strong. The percentage damage is good. There's no cleanse on the side of Granit Gaming as well. So it's going to be up to Tychus, in fact, or Stukov to interrupt that Celestial Spear, so the Celestial Charge Spear, so that the Garrosh can escape and try and re-engage. Otherwise, that's going to be a lot of percentage damage dealt very quickly. As the game goes on, it's going to get worse, of course, with Hanzo doing a lot of siege damage overall and a lot of percentage damage with that Scatter Arrow build, which seems to be the play these days. Maybe they'll go for Sharpened Arrowheads, but it's Sharpened Arrowheads. I was wrong last time I said that, though, so who knows? And, of course, Cassie gets Martial Law later on as well for even more percentage damage. Once again, welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope you're having a good time. If you are, maybe consider dropping a subscription or a donation of bits, or a, like Bainesy just did, thank you for the sub, a donation of bits, or using the Streamlab links below the stream. Buy some games using my Humble Bundle link while you're down there. We have the game already set up. Today's stream is sponsored by Simply Nuck Gaming, ! SNUC in chat. Be like Bainesy, be a wonderful person for dropping a sub, as we are on the left-hand side with Sidestep Kings. Ultralisk on Hanzo, June on Malfurion, Cattle on Imperius, Kyocha on Zool, and that is going to be currently hiding. It is going to be, I said Ultralisk. Who am I missing? Why am I blanking? Oh well, Nick on Tychus, Gook playing the Garrosh, Samgrutta. playing on the Medivh, Henning on the Stukov, and we have Nintori playing on the Phoenix. Who did I miss? It was Gotfilth is who I missed on that Cassia. You would like to cheer for Granit Gaming, but you don't like the Phoenix. The Phoenix, I think, will win the offlane. It's going to be able to help against the Zul very well, but I'm concerned about their sustain in the team fights. John Valjean, for starters, a very classy name. And for second, thank you for the sub. As we head into the laning phase, no one going to be killed off as of yet. Going to be seeing a Celestial Charge cooldown reduction for main tank Imperius. No percentage damage, just going for quick blow-ups. Try and win the fights that way. And then Tori going for the mobile offense. It helps him wave clear from a distance. Garrosh got speared very clearly, took a lot of damage. It's going to be a Thunder Strike and a Scatter Arrow build, so insane poke damage onto the point. Oh yeah, Nintori is good. Nintori is very good. How dare you try to culture us? This is Twitch chat! Jean Valjean shall be freed. As we see Ultralisk and June taking down their own siege camp, getting themselves a turret. Sorry, fortification camp. Heading, going to be grabbing the one for Granit Gaming. Excuse me. Malfurion starting off with an Innovate style build, Shando's Clarity. Getting that cooldown reduction per ally affected by regrowth. Spam out that mana. Zul's a very mana-intensive hero, as is Imperius. Keep them engaging. The throw onto Cattle. He's in trouble. He charges for the counter, but Lurking Arm shuts him down, and that's the quick pickup. Granit Gaming punishing the low health pool of that Imperius at this stage. Got a bit of a cough? Little bit. It's winter, starting to get a little bit rougher. Nintori clearing out that support camp, getting that biotic emitter. Skoog going to be the one to pick that up, dropping it on himself. Very sustainful here. We're going to be seeing the Jailers coming in for the Zul, not the Rotor, I'm afraid, which is nice for me. Bigger they are for the Tychus. It doesn't help that I've also been talking for 3.5 hours, basically non-stop, with a 10-minute break total, because I'm not like the cast on the mainstream. I don't need a 30-minute break for every game. I'm joking. They're doing it. I'm sure they're doing a good job. We see Nick clearing that up, Henning smashing his way through. It's going to be a siege camp in top lane, which will maybe actually depush under towers. I mean, they may get more value out of there, especially with Tychus helping clean that up. Skoog spotted on the point. Right now it's 1-0 in favor of Granit. Sidestep gonna back away. Good stun onto Cattle. Zul gonna be able to rotate in from the conveyor belt. Pops up, says hello. See what they can do. Kyocha, one of the most successful players of all time in Heroes of the Storm. Running in with this comp. Exactly what we talked about. Siege camp defending under the towers. Going to get a lot more value here. Really gain some extra push because they will clear out the enemy siege first. It's a melting point and a quarterback coming in for Tychus. Charge onto Imperius. Force of Will protects it. He doesn't even portal. He blinks away. Not using the portal. No one ever uses the portals. Scatter Arrow does some damage. Sonic Arrow gains more vision, keeps it running. They have Surge of Light for a little bit of burst. Cattle now has that big power spike. The AoE charge burst with the shield, keeping him sustained. 79% to 0 right now. Position held by Granit. Their percentage will finally begin to channel up as they will begin to grab their turret as well. Melting Point going to be a good poke again. They're going for an interrupt onto Imperius style. We see the Tragul's Essence throw onto Cattle. They're just going to try and blow him up early again. He's focused down, healed by June. Root directly with Strangling Vines. Onto the point. Entangling Root's extra radius to try and zone out anyone who comes through the portal. They can go for anti-heal though, which is a good option to go with that. Cattle, very low. Biotic Emitter burned. trying to sustain this. 73 to 79 in favor. Lurking arm throw. That's going to be a dead June. Nice engage there by Skoog. And Granit Gaming popping up at the early stages of this game. Fountain's going to have to be popped by the few people that have it. Cattle has to port. That squishy Imperius. Showing the issues with that hero in general. It's very strong when you're the aggressors. When you're on the defensive, when you get thrown by that Garrosh, that's where the problems can start to arise. Both the damage dealers chasing down the Protector, which will of course try to blow up the Fountain. Next objective will spawn up here, take that out early. Fountain down. Protector will be popped. It's Garrosh inside. Throws Cattle, but not very far. Into the fray. Gets heading out. Can they charge? They cannot. They go against it. Zul, though, sniped in the bottom lane. Rotation using the portal to dive him. That's going to be the kill going over to Granit Gaming as they hit level 10 first. 3 kills to 0. Commandeer Odin. Warlord's Challenge. Purification Salvo. Massive Shove. And Leyline Seal. Half a level away from Sidestep Kings, who are still yet to get on the board right now. Having trouble at this stage of the game. Imperius will get a lot of sustain, though, once he hits level 10. There it is. Finally going to be able to get that extra shielding. The Angelic Armaments are so good for the sustain. The Flash of Anger is good, but Angelic Armaments is the save. There's the taunt onto Stuka, onto Zul. Zul is focused down. He gets the Poison Nova off as he dies. Oh, Swamp Grotto is low. Cattle looks for it. Cannot find it. 20 stacks on that Master's Touch, that Arcane Rift. Enough for a kill. Good route. Portal used just in time to get Nick out. Good trade from Ultralist. Trades a bit of damage. But still, 4 kills to 0. Granit Gaming are taking value here. Putting on a solid performance versus Sidestep Kings. Sidestep Kings made it to the semi-finals of the Icebreaker. Granit Gaming did not. Could this be Granit Gaming's first win in CCL? They didn't even win in the Icebreaker Cup. In official CCL games, could this be their first map? Right now it's looking good as they keep the pressure on. Nick using that grenade. Again, quarterback and melting point. Clearing the lanes very effectively here. Really doing a good job. Oh, Kyocha. Ganked again. Portal ganks. This is why Medivh is banned! Come on! We're going to be seeing the Medivh going back to the air. The portal gank so good. They've got that Raven Familiar. They've been using that for the burst as well. But they are just eating Sidestep Kings. That's 5 kills to 0. Defensive measures taken by Garrosh. Ooh, Tychus. Going a little bit of the spray and pray build. I like it. He doesn't want to get stuck in the auto attacks. He wants to be able to kite. So he goes for spray and pray. That overkill range increase and the overkill slow. There are 2 more talents in this build line. He can go for armor piercing rounds, which will allow his damage output to increase by 15%. Up to 60% bonus damage on that overkill. And of course the level 20, I could do this all day, giving him that overkill cooldown reduction and 40 armor while he's using it, which could be pretty good to deal with Zul, who of course gives very heavy attack speed slows, and they have very heavy blinds, potentially from Cassia. Very interesting. We'll see if they go for that build line. It's nice to see the flexibility though. I always love a little bit of the flexibility. We all love that. Everyone playing it a little bit safe now. Spectral Scythes, double Scythes coming in for the Zul. Kyocha going for a very standard build here. Will he go for Weaken or will he go for Decrepify? I think in this game it's probably going to be a Weaken once to really deal with that Tychus. Decrepify could be good, but I don't think it's going to help out too much. That damage reduction is going to be a big deal to deal with that Tychus. Medivh, by the way, 22 stacks of the Arcane Rift Master's Touch. Going to be fishing for a kill. Right now, Cattle channeling in top lane. No one's rotating up to deal with him yet. How long would it take for them to react? Not that long. Garrosh is able to force him off because Cattle makes his way to the point. They channel it, makes his way on, throw, taunt, and Cattle with the Leyline Seal is isolated again. Angelic Armaments keeps him alive this time. He goes for the charge, cannot land it. The Poison Nova, though, they're able to drop the Biotic Emitter immediately after picking it up, so they don't give it away to Granit. But that's brutal. Again, another fantastic kill, and Cattle is having a rough game right now. June cannot keep up with this damage output, especially if he keeps getting caught in these Leyline Seals. He was unable to heal up Cattle that time. The Angelic Armaments helped, but he didn't land the Celestial Charge, so we didn't get the Flash of Anger. Nick is diving Ultralisk here. Root came out, but Tychus was able to dash quick enough out of it due to the delay that the Strangling Vines has to set up. Nintori blinks out, dodges the Root. Fen comes out, doesn't even lose, just loses the shield. Tiny bit of health lost. Very strong positioning right now being taken by Granit Gaming. They are dominant in this game number 1. Sidestep Kings on the back foot. Really having a rough time. Zul has pushed up bot lane a little bit, but again, Nintori will be the one to de-push that. Protector pushes up top lane, gets a little bit of damage done, not too much. Enough to cause some minor inconveniences. They make the dive. Charge comes out. Good pressure. It's low. It's low. They didn't hit it. There's minions. There we go. Swam Grotto will come in. 23 stacks, by the way, on Swam Grotto. Jaders and Simple Geometry are complete. Ultralisk! Turret. He drops it. So he keeps that from going into enemy hands, and it actually helps them kill Tychus. Oh, Dragon. Oh my god, he's so greedy. Ultralisk looks for Swam Grotto there. Looked for the kill. He tried to Dragon Arrow and then follow it up. Was not able to do so, but oh boy, that was aggro. First kill on the board for Sidestep Kings, 1-6 now. Is this the beginning of their comeback? We do go for Decrepify. We don't go for Weaken coming in here for the Zul. The extra slows will help Malfurion step up, try and get that Twilight Dream perhaps. Still only 23 stacks for Medivh. He wants it so bad. But he's got to find the engage angle. He's got to find the opportunity to drop it. Swam Grotto hovers above. We are going full all in onto the minigun, onto the overkill build. Overkill and grenades. I love it. So much wave clear, very much AoE. They're not worried about the percentage damage because they're already killing Imperius. It's not an issue for them. Zul's going to go double soak and D-push, get that extra value. Trying to just keep his team in the game XP-wise. He's doing a good job. They're only a level and a bit behind, considering they are currently 5 kills behind. That's not bad. Valorous Pursuit. 25 armor. Very aggressive dive. Could have gone for the Celestial Swiftness, extra movement speed. Could have gone for Melting Touch, enemy armor reduction. Not what Cattle needs. He needs armor. And this is the one talent that gives him any kind of sustain on that level. So it's the one talent that he will take. It's a reactionary talent here with this build. See if it makes a difference. Play line. Dodged. Burned out here, but it's Swam Grotto already retreats. Here comes the gank. Gonna try and make a play of it. That damage from Melting Point. Very hard to deal with. Quarterback and Melting Point together. Really chunks. They hold it together. Tychus, of course, with that overkill. Damage output is increased. He has extra range. Anyone want to get that? There we go. Nick's going to pick that up. This build from Nick is proving to be very tough to deal with. Zul has managed to D-push top. Kyocha putting on quite a show of keeping his team in this game. It is working. He is right now the one thing that will keep them alive long enough to begin to make that comeback. Medivh, Temporal Flux. Heroic ability cooldown, 9% when he hits an enemy hero. Very interesting. And of course, auto attacks, 3%. Kyocha ganked again. This time will live. Dragon Arrow is missed. Cattle is thrown. There's the taunt. Focus down. Armaments is dropped. He survives. In the meantime, got Filth is diving in the back line, going to try and take out Nintori. Massive shove. Disengages him. Still no Twilight Dream able to be used. They got the root. No one died that fight. They're looking for Swam Grotto. 25 stacks. They can't land a Celestial Charge. They're still going to dive him. Force of Will is dropped. Nintori zones it out. There's the throw, and they get June, killing him off. He drops a turret. Filth tries to get to the backline to pick up and drop the turret quickly. A very, very risky attempt, but they knew they weren't going to win that objective. So we tried to just grab the turret and drop it to prevent it going over into the hands of Granit. But Granit just picked up 2 more kills, making this 8-1. As with Big Red Button on the line, they have level 20. They begin to siege. They even portal in the Odin to try and look for Ultralisk. They can't find the kill. Push comes to shove. Emergency shielding for the Phoenix. Double throws. They look for Nitori. Can't find him. 29 stacks out of 40 for Medivh. Medivh cheats, by the way. We've already mentioned Big Red Button. Level 20. 3/4 of a level away for Sidestep Kings. Quite a long way to go. But they're still trying to find it. They can still maybe take this. Zul level 20. That mortal wounds, that anti-healing might be the difference. Imperius potentially giving his team a shield, or at least being able to sustain the fight a little bit better if he goes for the imperviousness. Gaining that unstoppable for 5 seconds and gaining 75 spell armor. That might be the difference here. Getting that cooldown reduction when he hits Heroes of Solarian Fire. Imperviousness, I think, might be the play. He does. Gets that unstoppable. Rock Stopper for Cassia. Extra sustain. We haven't set. We have Sister's Gift. Astral Communion, sorry, coming in for June. He moves forward, looks for his angle, can't find it. Angelic Armaments already burned in this fight. Cattle takes a shot. 30 stacks of Arcane Rift. Keep survives. Protector sieges in, tries to finish it. Won't do so. Keep survives here, actually. Skoog being chased. Rooted. Indomitable's in. Throws Kyocha. Kyocha turns it. They try to get it. There's the Astral Communion. Twilight comes out. But the Medivh cheats is to disengage. June is still chasing, though. June is greedy. June gets taken out by the Big Red Button. Finally, a charge is landed by Kato, but he gets turned on too fast. We see Filth completely zoned out. Mercy shielding saves Nitori. Kyocha was able to turn around at least a little bit. He gets some slows from the Decrepify, but he's focused down. Big Red Button gets the kill, leaving just Ultralisk. That's going to be game number 1, almost certainly going over to Granit Gaming as they take the fight. They finish off Ultralisk at the end, and that is going to be Granit Gaming taking game number 1. They're not going to be meeting Chili Mountain at the bottom of the table. They will at least have a point on the board as Sidestep Kings begin to fall behind in the beginning of this best of 5 series. Very nicely done. Granit Gaming finally able to do it. They are very low, but Nick alone will have enough damage to deal with this. He never finished his stacks. Svamgrotto was never able to finish Arcane Rift, but he did not need it. But that is why we ban Medivh! Every time he's let through. You look at it and you're just like, but why though? Every time it shows up, it does stuff like that. That was a great Garrosh play as well, though. Really, really nicely done on that Garrosh. You can see Skoog there put on quite the performance. Oh, I had draft music on that entire time. I'm sorry, team. My bad. The Garrosh play from Skoog was absolutely ridiculous. Able to get some great fights. Skoog put on an amazing performance. Svamgrotto did a great job, and look at the damage. The Tychus build feels amazing. They got so much damage output there. Nick murdering his way through everything. You can see there, Zul did get good soak, 21,000. Tychus kept up with him. That quarterback melting point combo doing as much, if not more, it does do more siege damage than Zul did. Nick able to be the soaker for the team. You thought it would be Phoenix, but no, Nick with that Tychus D-pushes, sieges, and is able to claim victory in this game number 1. Granit Gaming take a 1-0 lead at this stage. Second opinion, Hyde is better for Sidestep Kings. June, I think, is a really good fill-in for this team because he does, of course, speak a little bit. He is Korean. He speaks a little bit of Korean, being a great middle ground for that team. And he is a really, really good support. Really, really good. I think he needs to warm up a bit more. Hyde has been playing consistently more professional play since HGC ended than June has. So having Hyde on the team is good. I think they're concerned about the ping issues, but June is working. They're running with June at the moment. June is a really, really good support. I think he is one of the best in the world. He was back at HGC, but I think he needs to warm up a little bit. He played well. He didn't get caught out too many times. When he went in, he was really trying for his Twilight Dreams. I think that was just an outplay, outdraft by Granit Gaming. Gonna be honest. It was a good attempt, but too strong was Granit Gaming's actual engage. That Garrosh was not dealt with enough. The Zul does not deal with that Garrosh, and that's where the issues came in there. That the fact that they didn't have the main counter to that main front line. They had to go aggressive with Imperius, getting those stabs, and the kills actually coming from that. When they went for those engages, they were avoided, they were outplayed, they were outdone. It was just Cattle having a rough game, not due to any fault of his own, due to how well Granit Gaming played. Very exciting. Very important game number 1, going over to the side of Granit Gaming. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you're enjoying the show, make sure to drop a subscription or a donation using bits or the Streamlabs link below. So if you don't want to give Twitch a lot of your money, because they take a lot out of the donations from bits, but they don't take out as much from Streamlabs because they don't have anything to do with Streamlabs. And also, their subs, they take 50% of a tier 1 sub. Crazy. Crazy sauce. Insane in the membrane. Ridiculous. But we will deal. If you're enjoying it, make sure to show that support. And if not, then hit !SNUC in chat, where you can support me 50% off an arm. Feels good. If unlucky, a leg. Hell yeah. If you are enjoying the show, then maybe support me by hitting !SNUC in chat. And you can support me by voting on which of these systems and throughout the rest of the month, which of 2 different systems will receive the bigger Black Friday and Cyber Monday discount. Make sure to hit !SNUC to vote in those polls. It's for you. You can decide which one has the extra discount. Feels good. And that's the Max Headroom impression. Ripperoni. I have no idea what happened. Alrighty, let's go in. Oh, as in the little delays there? Fair enough. But they're being very supportive of me. It is helpful. Granit going to ban out that Medivh. There it is. Finally. Yep, that's what we need. Insane that took so long. I mean, it wasn't in the stats. Kyoto might not have known. He hasn't actually played against some of these. He's saving the membrane. Gotcha. Alright, Sidestep Kings. Kyoto has learned his lesson. The fact is, yeah, Ultrask is the only one of these players that would have had any knowledge in terms of actual play against most of the players from Granit Gaming. Most of them are Open Division players back from the days of HGC. He didn't actually get to play against too many of them. Whereas on the side of Sidestep Kings, Nancy, thank you for the 300 bits. Very appreciated. Sidestep Kings, Ultradisk is the only one who should really know, and he can't be expected to remember every player, so that might have just been a we didn't know play. It's cool to see. Very cool to see. Raider is the first pick for Sidestep Kings this time, playing it a little bit safer. Sylvanas and the Brightwing. Brightwing makes it into this series. Still the top healer at the moment. Going to be picked up by Granit Gaming with Sylv. Fantastic race hero for just pushing lanes. Getting valued that way. Going to be seeing a Nubarak, and Nubarak is very strong. We were talking about how Simplicity really liked the Nubarak earlier on. Zarifan, Brightwing, Cornet, GG. Let's see if you're right. Plenty of opportunities, plenty of time for a comeback. The Stukov on the board. The second support after Brightwing these days. The Lucio banned out as well. Banana H and June very happy with this Lucio. Addle's noob is in fact very scary. The Chromie was allowed all the way through to second bans. It will be removed now by Granit Gaming. Brightwing is too overhyped. Thanks, PBJ. Oh, thanks, PBJ. We're going to be seeing Granit Gaming now with their next bans, with Cassia removed. They already have Sylv. Oh, sorry, the next picks. They get a global. Big, very large map. They now have double global split push potential. Nintori going to be able to really get some good rotations and ganks here. I'm going to see Kyocha picking up the Yorel. Better for team fights, less good for Soak. And they get Junkrat. Junkrat allowed all the way through the bans. That's actually quite a big deal here, because now they actually have something that can de-push and rotate fast enough that it might be able to keep up with the pressure that Dahaka will give. It won't keep them in the game in the short term, but it will allow them to come back in the long term. Very smart. Very smart indeed. They're really playing this smart. They're playing this intelligently. Alrighty then. Granit Gaming now. They finish off with Tychus again. Why not? It worked so well last time. Sylph Tychus, great combo. There's a lot of damage output here. Both of them a little with potential percentage damage to deal with Anubarak. Cattle, again, finds himself on a squishier frontliner with Yorel this time. A little bit better on the defense, on the D-push as their second. I am concerned for Cattle. I am concerned that this Korean hyper-aggression style might not be gelling with Sidestep Kings as well as we would have hoped. I would like them to be able to claim a victory here and take us to Game 3. Of course, it's the best of 5, so we're going to Game 3 anyway. But I'm concerned about the Anup health. They've got to play aggressively. We'll see. They tried that last time, and they got aggressed on, and they struggled to deal with that. Kyocha, slower D-pusher this time, so they're not going to have as much map control. They're going to struggle there as well. This is all a little sketch. A little bit concerning. We'll see what they can do as we head in to game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cursed Hollow. On the left-hand side, it will be Sidestep Kings with June on Stukov, Cattle on a Noob, Got Filth. Going to be playing the Raider, Ultralesk on Junkrat, and Kyocha is going to be playing the Yorel. Cattle having some fun there during the start. Very standard talents across the board, full damage. A Noob waiting it out. Cattle was one of the first people to actually play Beetle build, so that was fun. On the right-hand side, Granit Gaming, Henning on the Brightwings, Van Grota. We're playing on the Sylvanas, Nintori on the Dahaka, Nick is on the Tychus. And that, of course, just leaves one more friend. Which shall be... Oh, hang on, just seeing a Nick gets killed. Nope, we are good. It's going to be Skook playing on the Diablo. Did I just hear coconut clops? What was that? I must be imagining things. Ooh, charge the minion to look for Gotveld. Very cheeky. Didn't work out. Ooh, Samgrota in trouble. Charged. Gonna be the cleanse coming out from Henning. Removes all slows. Allows them to get out of there. Quick top up for Samgrota. Prevents his need to port. They're gonna start on the Bruiser. It is another quarterback style for Nick here. And it's going to be Regeneration Master for Cattle. No Beetle build this time. Dahaka with enhanced agility. Keeping himself mobile on the map, keeping the pressure going so that when he ganks, he can try and get onto that backline. You think the clippity clap by Anubarak, then you heard good. Gotcha. Appreciated. Got Filth. Cleaning up the Bruiser. Bruiser's almost simultaneous for the two teams. Neither team gaining a huge advantage there. Got Skook was the one to stay in lane to make sure that he was able to get as many souls as possible. Did dive onto Cattle. The polymorph is good. And they're able to snipe down with the percentage damage of Samgrota. The low health problem we've been talking about all series so far. That Cattle is being put on these low health tanks, getting ganked and dying. Same issue, different hero. Cattle's going to mix it up a bit now. This will help a lot. He's going for the shield-based build, not the dive-based build. Going to be picking up that shed exoskeleton. Extra movement speed will get him out of danger a little bit more. He can combo this with chitinous plating at level 7. Even more shielding, better chance of surviving these hard engages. This, of course, can also be comboed with Urticating Spines on level 13 for big first place. Dahaka, we're going to be seeing going for Hero Stalker here. Wants a little bit of extra burst. Unstable Anomaly we've already seen being used by Brightwing. And it's Possession for Samgrota. Nice. Very interesting. Looking to go for that kill potential that way. Nick able to dodge a gank attempt. Kyota is here with them. Right now it's just Junkrat D-pushing, but it's exactly what he can do. Skoog was looking for it there. Skoog trying to find the lurking arm June to set up for that kill. No such luck yet. One stack of Enhanced Agility, 37 on the Black Soul Stone, 4 on Regeneration Master. These are your this is your stacking report. They dive, looking for Nick. Kyota comes off worse. 3 versus 3 right now. Cattle went back mid. So does Sylvanas. They knock Skoog into the lurking arm. He finds a gap. Polly. Not enough. Cattle's going to come up. He's going to blink first. Sylv stays down for a little bit longer. Good knockback. Svamgrotta going to be waiting for his time to engage. There's the dive from Cattle, though. There's a medallion, but very quickly overpowers a beetle. Unlucky. Skoog was looking for a noob there. Is Svamgrotta going to come up and interrupt? No. He stays down. They use Nick once again, making that quarterback value. That extra range, keeping the pressure. It's a Malevolence coming in from Diablo, and Tori rotates in as well. And Tori with extra speed goes for Symbiosis here. Getting that cooldown reduction. This will combo very well with the Primal Swarm. 10% armor reduction. They clean up. They zone out. Ooh, that's a bit of a zone onto Svamgrotta. Gonna duel in with Junkrat here. Junkrat is losing that duel very hard. They're back in here, though. Kyota returns. Interrupted on Cattle. Can they hold it? One more chance at a channel. Nick, another interrupt. Junkrat's trying to double soak as best he can. Keeping this team together. A lurking arm again. Are they just going to give up? Gotfilth leaves. Nitori drags, finds Gotfilth, but he's also found Cattle. They turn around. They're going to refight the point. Right wing teleports up. This is some really good work by Ultralisk. He's keeping his team in the game at this point. De-pushing this. Holding the line for his team. This is a tough, tough game. They go in. Looking for it. Got Filth. Also not available. Both assassins have left. They're in fact going to try and take out Sylv, forcing her back behind her gate. The delay continues for both teams. Nintori is soaking mid again, as is Kyota. Both assassins are down in bot lane. Got Filth and Svamgrotta both channeling in here. I mean, see, Ultralisk has made his way back in on this Junkrat to rejoin the team, see if he can help out. Lurking arm, buys him some time. Good positioning by June from over the wall. Kyota makes his way back to mid. Right now, no one is touching it. We're seeing the extra regen coming in from the Dahaka, going for that level 10 adaptation. So Commandeer Odin, Apocalypse, Wailing Arrow, Blink Heal. They look for Skoog. Not enough. On the other side, nothing out of the ordinary. Riptide, Cocoon. Oh, they get Raider. Able to finish off Gotfilth. Rough positioning for Kyota. He'll tank as best he can. Massive shove used onto Dahaka. They knock him back. They still have a numbers advantage, but Sylv is pushing in the bot lane. The longer this goes, the worse it is for Sidestep Kings. Sylv will take bot alone if she has to. There's a sticky wicket. That's a silence onto Dahaka. They can maybe try and turn it, but Hero Stalker keeps him fast. Drag right into the Odin on Kyota. Takes a lot of damage, but he's healing up. Riptide stun locked out. No explosion. Great defense. Granit Gaming. Where was this last week? Sidestep Kings having issues. Cattle plays it safe. Bottom 4, of course, did go down, as we mentioned earlier, to Svamgrotta. Cattle gets the interrupt onto Nintori. They're trying to bully him out. They interrupt the channel once more. Ultra sieging it with grenades. They're trying to do something for Nintori, but they will not do anything. In the meantime, look at this. Svamgrotta is still going. He's going to back up because the fight has been brought to him. As right now, Ultralisk is trying to just solo interrupt this and is doing a great job. Nintori is heading back up there to add numbers to his team. Nick is trying to kill Ultralisk to stop him from interrupting. But Sidestep Kings are being outplayed at every turn. Granit Gaming in a dominant position right now. Grenades come in, blocked by Nitori. Apocalypse onto Cattle, finish him off. Drag as the lurking arm saves Cattle again. And Ultralisk keeps interrupting this point. Kyocha's had to make his way down to mid to try and get away, Sylve away from it. Sylve just heads bot. She's going to start pressuring Keats. No one's doing anything about her. So much pressure and power being applied. Stun. Nice medallion. June saving his own life there. Yeah, Nintori's made his way back to mid. Svamgrotta is pushing bot lane. Still going. He's pressuring Keeps right now. June's going to try and channel, but Nintori interrupts it again. Nintori going in for June. June plays around it, lurking arm. They're looking for Nintori! He dodges the concussion mine. He's still tanking. This is ridiculous how long this has gone on for. Kyocha's able to finally stop Sylve pushing, but guess what? She heads back to mid. This is so annoying. Oh, did my stream freeze or did the clean feed freeze? The clean feed froze. We're good. We're back. Everything's fine. Clean feed had some issues. Cattle. Riptire comes in. Does go off this time. Nintori dragged from behind. Surprise with the speed boost. Svamgrotta has finally arrived at the fight and tries to pick up a kill with the Windrunner. But has he gone too deep? Svamgrotta focused down. There's the assist from Skoog. Oh, great steel trap to focus down. They get Skoog. And finally, after what was approximately 6 minutes, we're finally going to see Sidestep Kings pick up a kill. Can they channel? The Odin is still here. It can still siege. AFC, how's it going? Hope you're enjoying yourself. Yeah, it still exists. It's alive and doing well. Let's go. If you're enjoying yourself, maybe drop a sub or a donation so I can afford to eat tonight. We're seeing Gotfilth cleaning out the minions. Doing what he can. Ultras going for the Siege Giants. They've been able to do it. They got the tribute after just short of 10 minutes. Whew. They did go for Eradicating Spines, by the way, on the Anubarak. Extra burst damage on level 13. Look at the damage output. Junkrat, 25 hero damage. He hasn't even been in most of these fights. Kyocha sees this happening. No one's going to interrupt it. It's going to be a boss race. Both teams begin burning the bosses down individually. Ooh, Ultra's got caught in the boss route there. They tank through it. June even takes some of the aggro. Again, Cattle is a bit more of a squishy frontliner. It's going to be a boss for a boss. But look at what Granit do with theirs. They're willing to give up some of that tribute to go for a fort. And they're just going to go get it. They have Sylve, they have Black Arrow. They want that boss to be pressuring Keep. If they Black Arrow this fort, the boss will have taken no damage, and they can just go and try and get a keep from this. No tributes being taken, so there's not going to be mirrored on the other side. Yorel, tribute spawns. She's going to try and go take that solo. But Granit Gaming, they've set up for this boss beautifully. Ports are forced out of the side of Granit, out of the side of Sidestep Kings. They have to defend this, because this boss will get Keep if it's not defended. Yorel does get the tribute, making it 2-0, but right now, Curse is the least of Sidestep King's problems. Good route. Nick stays alive, though. And Tori thinks about pawning back, but is instead going to re-move in to help with the team. Cattle getting absolutely stun-locked here. Polymorphed, he can't do anything. Completely stun-locked. Throw into drag, into polymorph, into Nintori. Having to use tunneling claws to get out of danger there. Really looks in trouble for a bit. Kyocha says hello, and that is keep number 1 at 11 minutes 57 for Sidestep Kings. Wow. Very wow. Very interesting to see. Let's have a quick look at a replay. See what happened in that fight. You can see Nintori comes in from the side, but charge onto Cattle, trying to stay alive as Junkrat dies, but he got completely stun-locked here. Nintori then tries to play a little greedy, gets caught by a great insta-concussion mine from Ultralisk, but Tunneling Claws gets him out. Kyocha cannot stay any longer. It's not worth the risk. Gets out of danger, plays it safe. Stay alive. Alrighty, well played so far. By the side, they dive in, looking for Kyocha this time. Kyocha stays alive, holding it together. Yeah, agreed, Mixon. This is the kind of game we wanted to see last week. This is the kind of game we wanted to see during the Icebreaker. Where was this? Because they are playing beautifully right now. Gonna channel it in. Nick mounts up, rejoins the team. Meantime, Kyocha zoned away by Swamgrotto. This has been happening all freaking game. Universal Carrier! June has gone for Universal Carrier, a talent that is widely mocked in the majority of pro games because it loses a lot of the burst that you kind of need, but these fights aren't bursty. These fights are long and drawn out. So Universal Carrier coming in here, reducing the healing of your healing pathogen by 40%, but it now spreads forever. Let's see if they can use this to make the difference. It's a risky pick. They're going to have to do some serious work with this. 16 for the Anubarak. They are going for the Epicenter here. Cooldown reduction on Burrow Charge and Impale. No, wait, sorry, it's Debilitation. Reducing spell power by 50%. Sorry, wrong talent. Got them mixed up. Good grenade again. Same build for Nick, by the way. Really bullying the backline here. Shame he doesn't go for the full overpower build, but it's still working. He's still getting so much done. Steel Trap chases in Diablo, creating a little bit of grief. Henning, grabbing the tribute. Interruption does not come. 2-2. Granit Gaming back in the tribute race. They've kind of run out of things to split push safely, so now they're actually playing the game. Excuse me. Level 20 on the line. Wow. 15-minute level 20. These teams are not messing around. Hellgate, charge, Medallion, Cattle, nicely done. Swamgrotto dives deep. There's the Burrow Charge. Massive shove. Keeps Cattle alive. They'll survive. But look how long it's going to take to heal Cattle up now. He will be topped up. He will be available, though. Kyocha comes out to say hello. Bottom lane's pushing as well, but it's the only one that's actually a danger right now. Level 20, not available. Stun combo. Looking for Cattle. Forced to burrow out again. All their aggression immediately gone. That's their engage. Massive shove. Again, their disengage is good, but what are they earning from this? They're just buying time. Upgraded adaptation for Nintori. They siege in. Black arrows disabling the towers. Big red button sieging onto all the structures. The fountain taking damage. And this is keep number 2 that Granit Gaming are looking to take. Kyocha goes a bit deep. Eats the big red button. So does June. Elongated tongue not available for Nintori. Does not find the drag. They stun Nick. Not achieving anything from it. Big red button expires. The keep lives. Just over half, but in the meantime, Tribute is about to be acquired. So instead, Cattle looks for a kill elsewhere. Polymorph, Apocalypse, Cattle stunned out, no Medallion, and they are forced to retreat. Curse is acquired. Gotville is trying to do some damage. Great, massive shove by June again. June is holding them in this game. They did not land the Burrow Charge. But this keep is going to fall. This is a curse. They're probably going to lose all the keeps here. If they lose heroes, they lose the game. Sidestep Kings have put all their money on winning a team fight right now because they can't do anything else. Irel clearing top lane, preventing core damage. Clearing out one catapult. Another one is on the way. Catapult pressure in bot lane 2. Universal Carrier begins to top the team up slowly. They have top up, which will help as well. Cannonballs for Junkrat, which really helps their wave clear. Seraphim. Extra burst healing and sustain for Gotville. If he loses that Raider's Raider, it will give him a quick top up. We see the extra armor for Cattle. Big red button is back, and that is the end of this keep. Steel Trap lands. They're looking for Nick. Nintori from the side. Looks for Gotville. Doesn't find it. Good imperviousness from Kyocha. Stays alive. The Seraphim keeping him alive. The keep is somehow alive again. Holding through. Cattle's looking for it. They drop the cocoon. They've rooted Diablo on the other side. Skoog is low. He gets saved. And they choose to go for Skoog instead of Swamgrotto. Swamgrotto escapes thanks to Nintori. And everyone gets out. Let's have a look at that. Because that was rough. You can see the siege coming in. So much value being gained, but it's all about this situation right here. They charge in. Massive shove is good, and you can see it's Grotta. He's going to burn his Haunting Wave here, preventing his Unstoppable. But Odin and Dahaka do it. They don't follow up. Cattle doesn't charge. They look for Skoog. They split their attention. And as such, they're not able to get either kill. Sidestep Kings. Now, looking very rough. They still haven't been able to find kills. Granit Gaming able to pick up another siege camp. Boss is started. Very risky for the side of Sidestep Kings. Nintori will see it. However, only Dahaka is here. They're going to take it. They only see Dahaka. Nintori's playing very aggressive. Oh, Cattle caught in the stun and the root. That is a disaster. Loses a lot of health, but Universal Carrier keeps topping him up. Unfortunate. Cannonboss on the other side. This, of course, will, however, be going right to core. Whereas Sidestep Kings, theirs will be running into a keep, and it's already being cleared by Dahaka. Sidestep Kings, they are so committed to a team fight win at this point. They don't really have a huge amount of options. They still have a curse on the board. There is a tribute spawning in 9 seconds through the boss. He tries to stun it. Charge from Anubarak. Cattle is diving deep. They drop the Ardent Defender. There's Cocoon for the disengage because they can't do more. Nintori gets cleansed out. Seraphim, can they finish him? Adaptation, Tunneling Claws, and Nintori's out. This is so well played right now. Skoog looking for June. Good concussion mine onto Nintori. He's still fishing for June as well. Boss with over half health onto the core. Invisible Friends from Brightwing. Riptire to buy them some time. They get caught. 2 men in the root. There's the charge. Cattle trying to keep Kyocha alive. They need every sustain they can, but the silence is too long. Core shield is down. The other boss did make it onto the core in the bottom lane, but the siege continues. Big red button. June tags. They try to take out Nintori here. Skoog is low. They get Brightwing. Evening up this fight. Got Filth is low. Will be sniped by Nick, though. Not Got Filth. Nintori is on the core, trying to race it down. Big red button sieges it in. The other boss has taken out the shield, and they're still alive. Sidestep Kings won't die. They hold it. Charge. Skoog. Focus down. He's going to be isolated here. He wanted to kill off Cattle with that Malevolence. Does he have Hellgate? He doesn't. He goes down. Sylph saved the core on the side of Granit Gaming. Sidestep Kings got the wave clear. They're still alive. They won't die yet. Now look at this. They're going to delay that tribute at least a little bit. They scout out. Samgota, he's going to try one interrupt. They don't get it. Oh, they tried though. Oh, Jude's in trouble. Wrap around from the back. Very aggressive engage by Samgota, but Jude survives. That curse also just saved the core. Again, there were catapults pushing in. Sidestep Kings alive. But that aggression, Jude is low. It's going to take him so long to heal up due to Universal Carrier. But his team is alive. They have 40 seconds to make this curse do something. They're beginning to group up. Bot is the lane. That's where the keep is gone. That is their lane to end. Their one shot. But they aren't taking that shot in bot. They are looking for a kill. Another Seraphim. Kyocha. Living on the edge. Barely surviving in these fights. But he is holding. They make their way forward. Bot is pushing up, but Dahaka and Nintori is pushing it. You can see it. Yrel. Kyocha makes her way down the bot lane. Big red button. Used for the defense. That's a disengage, though, for Sidestep Kings. They don't want to fight the big red button. They know it's scary. It's the majority of Nick's damage output here. Catapult is on the core. This will be cleaned up very quickly, though, by Samgrotta. The double cutter, in fact. A little bit of shielding taken off. Nothing too much. Big red button. About to expire. Nick's siege is in. Another 7 seconds left, I believe, on Big Red. Nope, I was way off. Grenades come in. Start the siege. And this is the play now. Sidestep Kings, they want to try and end ASAP Nintori is in top lane, thinking the same thing. If he creates enough catapult pressure, that forces Sidestep Kings to leave, and he was correct. He's forced enough pressure to force the retreat out of Sidestep Kings. They have to leave. Ultraviolet even gets his port interrupted. Bosses now might be where this game is decided. Miles away from a tribute, from a curse for either of these teams. So it's going to come down to boss or a team fight. Maybe both. Team fight on a boss. Team fight with a boss. Plenty of chances there. Verticating Spines helping with the wave clear. Everyone stays topped up. Universal Carrier still keeping everyone healthy. Siege Giants in the top lane as well. Finding themselves some value. Yeah, that mid keep is certainly still holding strong. It's barely standing, but it's held for so long. Great observation, Aqua. All right. Kyocha sieges mid, keeps the pressure going. Needs to be careful. Invisible friends. Skook reveals himself. The invisible Diablo, the unseen Diablo is the deadliest. Siege Giants in top lane. Bottom boss is up. Invisible Nintori says goodbye. He's so fast. Making that move speed. Oh, he's so fast. They get him invisible, though. They're very split. This is very risky. Ultra Risk is not here. They're playing like he is, though. Good stun. That interrupts the charge. June took some damage. He heals up. Sylve, by the way. Lucas from Grota making the cheeky boss play. And Nintori comes up to help. Because, yeah, Van Grotto was dying. They're going to trade a tribute for a boss. And suddenly, that might be lethal. It's kills now being looked for by Sidestep Kings. They've realized that something is up, but they are too late to deal with it. This boss will be gone. Although Cattle, he's going to try. Good interrupt. Skook saves that boss. Now that's lethal on the board for Granit Gaming as Sidestep Kings back away. Sidestep Kings need to either back up and clear this boss or find a kill, preferably both. They look for Samgrota. Uses Will of the Forsaken, gets out of there. It's all about killing that boss as fast as possible. June, though, is getting isolated, chased by Nintori. He's completely alone. He may have to give his life for his team to live. He drops the medallion, concussion mine, puts Diablo right where he needs to be. Down goes Yorel on the other side. June lives, but there's nothing he can do. He's completely alone. Good knockback by Gotfilth. Down goes June. And this is game. Cattle barely alive. Riptide to buy some time. They didn't go extra oomph. They went the cannonballs. Cattle doing every bit of damage he can. Core is low. Big red button is popped. Gotfilth going to try and kill Tychus on the back. Mid-keep finally died. Gotfilth goes down. Cattle is low. He runs away from Sylve, but he's the only one left. Game 2 goes over to Granit Gaming. Granit Gaming taking the 2-0 right now versus it. Remember what you said in the draft? I actually don't, and I've refreshed my page. I'm sorry. What did you say? I don't remember. But wow. Granit Gaming playing out of their minds right now, finding that final fight. The boss start by Svamgrota. Svamgrota is playing on a different level this game. Last game was about Nick. This game was about Svamgrota playing out of his mind with the amount of kills he's been able to get and the amount of split push value. Went possession to split push. Went double windrunner, so anyone who engaged him, he could just get out of festering wounds to get that extra percentage damage at level 1 as well. Or the Forsaken to get out of danger when he got engaged on. It's incredible. He really did a good job here. What's on my shirt? That would be some Heroes of the Storm characters. A shirt by Uniquo, something like that. Blizzard gave it to me. Alrighty. Game 2 goes over to Granit Gaming, putting them now 1 game away from claiming victory. Oh, hang on, I need to do this quickly so I don't forget. Our music on, this thing off. There we go. We're 1 game away from Granit Gaming, moving themselves into the 1-1 position, along with Sidestep Kings, who if they lose here, that would be potentially a pretty big upset. But Granit Gaming showing the power of Europe. The one European team lost today. Maybe the other almost full European team will be able to claim a victory. But yeah, it's there's Diablo here. There's a Malthael here. Down here's Valera. I don't know if there's anyone else. Is there a Murky? There's a Kerrigan. There's the Ghost Kerrigan skin down the bottom here as well. But it's a nice shirt. They gave it to me. It was nice. It was a partnership that they had with Uniqlo. I really can't remember. I think it's Uniqlo. It was a partnership Blizzard had with them for a while. They gave it to all the casters a mid-season brawl and just asked us to do one tweet in exchange, which was nice of them. Very nice of them indeed. Alrighty. So, I'm going to assume mainstream is going on to a break. Yep, they are. Alrighty, so we're going to have a little bit to wait, a little bit of time to fill. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are enjoying yourselves. I'm having a lovely time doing this. We are one game away from potentially finding Granit Gaming to be our series victors. Excuse me. Talked a little bit too long without breathing there. It's a cool shirt. Yeah, I like it. It's nice. But yeah, we are one game away from Granit Gaming winning. Say a number from 1 to 500. 500. I'll go with that. Bigger is better sometimes. Sometimes smaller is better, but in this case, bigger is better. It might be. Who knows? Maybe this is the amount of knives I'm about to be hit with. Who knows? Alrighty. Where did I come up with that? You have been sentenced to death. Choose how many knives you will be hit with. None? Wrong choice. Pulls out mallet. If you're enjoying yourselves, drop a subscription on Twitch, drop a donation with Streamlabs or via bits on Twitch. It's very appreciated when you do. It is all lovely income, which allows me to keep doing casts like this while I have a very good time. You are watching the HeroesCCL presented by Roll20. Not sponsored by Roll20, but they do make a good product, so I would actually recommend. I use it basically every week, including tomorrow, where assuming all my players are available, I will be streaming my Dungeons & Dragons game at 7 PM British time, which is some hours ago. Mixed! I was right for 500. Thank you very much. That is appreciated. Thank you very much for the 500 bits. That is appreciated. Also, manipulative, but I like it. Alrighty. Yeah, 7 PM was, hang on, an hour because we're at 56. Then another 2 hours to 10. Another 3 hours. So 6 hours ago. 6 hours ago is when D&D will have started when it happens tomorrow. This was a really bad metaphor. So yeah, check that out. I'll be playing with Kendrick. I will be DMing for Kendrick Swish, Jinxie Cat, Faye, and Crowan. It's pretty awesome. We have a good time. They've just entered the Beastlands. See what they do there. For now, though, a quick reminder that today's stream is sponsored by Simply Nuck Gaming and their People's Choice campaign. They're sponsoring me for the entire month, which is very nice of them. Very appreciated for that, especially as I need food money, home money, and Christmas money, because I need to get presents for my family. Especially as we haven't been able to see each other that much due to the world going a bit weird. Oops. But we've passed Friday 13th. Friday the 13th was the last weird day, the last normal day we had during 2019, when all of this weird 2020 stuff started. Now we've hit Friday the 13th a second time. Now everything's going to start going back to normal. That's what I'm hoping. That will be lovely. But we will see. But once again, Simply Nuck are sponsoring me with their People's Choice campaign, where you can vote on their Twitter using !SNUC in this chat. To find the link to that, by the way, on which of their systems will receive the bigger Black Friday discount. They've already had one competition, which was Ghost Canyon versus Hades Canyon, which is always a good matchup. Two very good portable machines there. And we have Words Are Hard. And we also have right now, we have the Nemesis SNUC book and the Vortex going in against each other to see which one will get the bigger Black Friday and Cyber Monday discount. So !SNUC in chat, show your support to them for supporting me in this trying times. I know people hate that term. Don't blame them. But show your support. They might maybe support more heroes if they see that the heroes community is behind them. So all you have to do is vote in a poll. Nothing for you guys to do. You don't have to buy anything for this. Just vote in a poll. It's very appreciated when that support is shown. If you do want to buy stuff, though, SNUC makes some amazing machines, and I would recommend them. I am personally too poor to afford one, but if I wasn't, I would probably buy one and use it as a stream machine, so I could have the double machine power so that I wouldn't have to worry about my resources just being burned by OBS. That would be amazing. But we don't have that. Also, I could do the actual observer trick, where I can make the game look a lot smoother instead of jerking around on my own casts. That would be lovely. For now, though, that is what we have. The main cast appears to be off its break, so hopefully that will be back pretty soon. As we are preparing to head into game number 3. Can Granit Gaming get the clean 3-0 versus Sidestep Kings? We will see. Already some surprising upsets. Wild Hearts, although that wasn't so much of an upset. Wild Hearts have always been sleeper OP, but everyone expected Crowd Control to do a little bit better considering that they are the favorites going into this league. And now finding themselves losing that 3-2, going to be a big hit to them, whereas Wild Hearts sitting at the top of the table. And Sidestep Kings, though, another team. Everyone was looking at the draft and saying that this is really, really good. Find themselves struggling. Of course, we will see these teams get better as time goes on, as they spend more time practicing, more time playing together, and more time getting better. Alrighty, we don't have our draft set up yet, but it should be all good. We don't have a graphic yet. When you bring it up, it covers your face. I know, that was the idea. I made it so that I have to do this to see over it. That was the idea. It also means that you have to actually look at it if you want to be paying attention. Feels good. I am fully aware. I made it like that, Angela. It was intentional. Feels good. Alrighty, they don't have a designed overlay set up, do CCL, as to what games will happen next week, but I can tell you I'm still going to be trying to cast them. I might only be able to cast one of the games on Saturday. We will see on that. But the two games will be Oxygen Esports versus Wild Hearts. The two teams currently on 2-0, so that's pretty exciting in terms of series. So we'll be ruining a ratio for at least one of those teams. And then, one of my personal favorite matchups here, although Sidestep Kings will need to step up in order to compete against Crowd Control, will be our second Saturday matchup. That should be good. And then the Sunday games will be Simplicity, as we do have our draft, versus Granit Gaming. That should be fun. Both of them were able to potentially achieve a win this week. We'll see. And then Chili Mountain versus 30k. The two teams in last place. We'll see which one can emerge victorious and actually make their way out of the 0-2 ratio. Let's go. Sorry. Wait. Yeah, 30k are on 0-2 right now, aren't they? Yes, they are. But they also have 2 map wins under their belt. Alrighty, we're heading into the draft, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it underway. Let's do this. Kroby was banned out. Yrel being banned out pretty simply as well. We'll almost certainly see the Medivh taken here because it is strong. Oh, they let Medivh through. They let Medivh through. Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. They plan on picking it themselves, though. Ooh, fancy. I think Ultralists can play Medivh. Ah, yep, there we go. Yep, Ultralists can play Medivh. I thought I was remembering that correctly. So Granit Gaming will be the ones to remove that from the board. They don't want to deal with that shenaniganry. So they just ban out, prevent it from being an issue. Cassia will be the first pick, though. That is the best burst. And ooh, you let Kerrigan go to Nick. You done goofed. It's a good map for Kerrigan, of course, which is why they were picking it on this map. Sylvanas as well for Svamgrota has been working very well for Granit Gaming. So already, we see a lot of comfort picks for Granit Gaming this time. Sidestep Kings, they get a Diablo, big CC, they get the Stuka for June. They need to try and prevent their Kerrigan doing stuff. Maybe a massive shove, maybe a flaming swipe will allow them to keep that Kerrigan away. Second ban phase for Granit Gaming now. At least Blizzard watch this a bit. I think Medivh will get nerfed next bigger patch. The problem is he won't, though, because he actually has a pretty normal win rate in regular play. If you nerf him too much, he's useless in regular play, which he already is pretty bad, but it's pros who know how to use him. He is the pro stomp hero. We see the D.Va removed here. D.Va plus Kerrigan, terrifying matchup here. Solid ban. Very sensible. Now we see it's Granit Gaming. They have the Kerrigan. Right wing has been let through. They don't pick their support yet. They do, however, get Imperious. That's a lot of burst. And Leoric to deal with potential double tank front lines that Sidestep Kings might throw their way. His win rate's so low. I know, right? It's crazy. There's the Tassadar. I think this might be a Black Hole Tass to disengage and give them that disengage tool from Kerrigan. We'll see if I'm correct on that from Gotfelth. And Zool. They choose to go for a little bit of macro style. D-push the map, get value elsewhere, out-soak the Kerrigan, and find your XP there. And this is probably going to be a Brightwing, but I have been wrong before. Let's see. I predict Brightwing. but I'm not 100% on it. They go, oh, I forgot about Ana. Never mind. Nanabu Sylve, Nanabu's Kerrigan. Oh man, that's so scary. Tetcher, say the good he is broken on the hands of a good player, same as Vikings. Yes, I think that's a fair way to put it. Although Vikings will also pub stomp. Was in ads. Which character? Medivh. Nope. Medivh, as Dredd would say. Yeah, this is a scary draft. Nick's on Kerrigan. Samgota's on Sylve. There's an Ana in the game. I don't think Kyocha understands the pain that is about to befall his team when he picked that Zul. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Zul's good. He has to go Decrepify. If he doesn't go, not Decrepify, sorry, Weaken. If he doesn't go Weaken this game, then that is a bad time for the members of Sidestep Kings. Let's see if they can do it. We're heading in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Infernal Shrines for what could be the last game of the day. On the left, Sidestep Kings, Ultralisk on Cassia, June on the Stukov, Kyocha on Zul, Cattle on the Diablo, and Gotfilth will be on Tassadar. On the right, Granit Gaming, 2-0 up. Nintori, clap, clap, clap for your two-time this series champion on the Leoric. Skoog going to be on the Imperius, Femgrotta on the Sylvanas, Nick on Kerrigan, and Henning will be playing on Ana. Percentage damage Imperius. They don't give a crap. They're here for kills. They're going to be wanting to fight. They want fights. They want burst kills. Doesn't matter who they engage. They have double percentage damage on Sylve and Imperius. And Leoric, in fact, triple percentage. They are here to kill everyone they fight, including Cattle, who right now is stepping up pretty far. They're going to try and they baited with Nick. And Cattle lost half his health for it. Great stun by Skoog. Not enough for a kill yet, though. June doing a good job healing everyone up this time. Fealty Unto Death going to be coming in for Leoric this time, going for a minion sustain-based build. I would have expected maybe a skeletal swing style, giving himself a little bit of D-push that way, so that's interesting. Skoog pressures Cattle, doesn't land the charge. First blood is found though. Nick dies in the bot lane while I was taking a drink. Feels bad, me. Cattle clearing up there. Double sleep dart, nicely done. Henning being quite annoying. They use Force Wall to gain the vision onto that fountain. Gotfilth trying to keep it visible. It's so close to dying. Gonna Psy Storm to finish it off. Fountain is dead. Good cheese. Yes, he lulled them into a false sense of security by feeding his ass off. We're going to be seeing side siege taken by Sidestep Kings as well, who right now are beginning to take a little bit of a cheeky lead. Finding themselves some wins at this early stage of the game. See if they're able to continue. They need to continue this momentum. Jailers once again. Nick, Weighted Pustule does not land onto him, so he stays safe. Once again, going for Sharpened Blades. Biotic Armor coming in for June this time, keeping the team topped up. Ooh, interesting. Anti-heal grenade on level 4. Coming in for the Ana. Henning. Mixing it up, not going with the overdose to go as those extra doses. Instead, gets that healing duration, 50% increase in the cooldown reduction of 2 seconds. More anti-heals, more value, but look at that. Electric Fence. We're seeing the reaction of Gotfilth to keep his team safe. Skoog gets the target. Cattle, anti-heal grenade is dropped, but he's tanking through. Stream is frozen. Cool, we got it, fixed it. I'm just going to select that, make sure that that doesn't happen again, hopefully. I'm curious what's eating my CPUs, what's eating all these resources. Looks like we're fine. We haven't dropped any frames on my side, so I think that is just the clean feed. We have War Traveler, by the way, coming in. Sorry, Place of the Whale coming in for Ultralisk this time. Mobility equals sustainability. Right now, Gutfeld soloing the point. He's gone for a Psystorm level 1. Mana every time he Psystorm hits an enemy. Great sustain for the objective. No, remember, no shielding though, so he's not going to be able to sustain that objective eventually by himself. But that Ion Fusion will help. And extra range as well will keep him safe from Kerrigan, at least a little bit more. Dragul's Essence is the first objective, picked up by Sidestep Kings, and once again, they sent Gutfeld up to clear the lane. Making the use of that Tassadar and that wave-cleared build that he's gone for. Sustaining that way. They've got a little bit of a Psionic Echo, so they've got double Psystorms, pull, onto Diablo, sleep, anti-heals, and Cattle is in trouble. Lurking Arm. June leaves the Lurking Arm up a little bit too long, I think, but he saves Cattle anyway, times it well. Here comes the Electric Fence. They're going to try and focus down Nintori here with the big burst damage, and they get it. Kill acquired by Sidestep Kings, and finally, Sidestep Kings have woken up. They're on the board. 2 kills. 2 kills, just under half a level lead. They're finally beginning to pick up some wins here. Can they bring themselves back into this series and perform the legendary reverse sweep? Another anti-heal talent for Ana. Bonus heals for the team. Anti-heal for the enemy. Going for the anti-healer. Increase the area of Bite Grenade by 25%. That will help a lot. And the duration of the anti-heal by 3/4 of a second. Flash of Anger for Imperius. Got Burn the Impure. Percentage damage. Flash of Anger. Quick Burst and AoE. Really going to do a lot of damage output here. They're really in for these bursts. But right now, Cattle keeps surviving. Going to use Nintori as an escape. Still lands. Stun lock. Great Medallion. Cattle survives. Jailers is complete. Kyocha makes his way back up to the top lane, keeps soaking. Ultralisk looks for Svamgrotta. Enough for a kill. Not yet anyway. Level 10 is hit. Lightning Breath. They don't go for Black Hole. I was incorrect. It is going to be an Archon. A little bit of extra shielding. Keeping TAS going in these fights. Skook from over the wall comes in. Flaying Swipe as they're disengaged. They charge into the wall. The classic Diablo task comp. But Cattle is under fort, taking damage. Loses half his health, but they do survive. Ball Lightning onto Nick, who will survive. Good charge by Skook, preventing too much extra damage coming out. Wailing from the side. That's a good silence. Jude tries to disengage, splits the team in half, but Cattle will still fall. Soul's lost. He will revive. Not a kill situation Kyocha can repeat, though. Kyocha will be taken out. Great focus coming in from Granit, turning this back. They even up the kill count there. Using all their heroics, but they won that fight. Diablo, low before that fight really even got going. Ten, show it now. I don't have control over the UI, unfortunately. This is all clean feed. I'm not allowed in the lobby. They clear up bruiser camps on both teams. Very slow bruiser camp, in fact, for Granit Gaming, but this will mean that theirs will be a little later on the push. I mean, they might be able to use it that way. Leo keeps pushing up, keeps getting value that way. Kyocha going to be the latest person to this fight. A Skook comes in from the side. Again, Cattle's the target. Great electric fence, but Entomb locks him in. Cattle escapes out. Going to Firestomp. Zone himself back up. He's a Firestomp build, remember, so he actually has to get these Firestomps to survive. Celestial Charge onto June, who will survive. Ultralisk does not land as the actual Ultralisk goes into the backline trying to take out Nick, but Ultralisk will be killed by Svamgrotta here as the nano-boosted Nick is cleaning up. They got Cattle. Kyocha is in full retreat now, but he will probably live. Skook is so low. He's going to try and body block Nintori out of here. It's a 2-for-0 in favor of Granit Gaming, taking yet another fight here. It's really confusing that Nick went Ultralisk is in this game. I hate it. But hey, here we are. Immediately, Kyocha is soaking them up to level 13. They won't be able to invade the objective, but they will be able to use that 13 to defend. It will be grabbed on the other side, though. Nintori again soaks it up for Granit Gaming. Spectral Scythe increase. Dimensional Shift for Gutfilth. He wants a get out of jail free card. It, of course, doesn't give him full invulnerable like it used to, but it'll still buy him some time. Cattle looking for a kill here. They're not looking to invade the point. They're looking to find a kill. None of the minions are near Granit Gaming, actually, so they wouldn't be able to use this for a fight. Possession. Cleans that out, though. Sharpened Blades done as well. Kyocha backs away. Ultra's going to come in. They drop the Nintori low, but it does mean Ultrask is not in top lane on this Cassia to help with the D-push. No front wall. They're just going to try and take out Cattle again. Big focus, lurking arm, anti-heal, and down goes Cattle. That burst from Skoog there. Able to find that kill. Punisher assists as well. And they were able to burst down everyone, using Nano Boost on Nick once again, getting June and Cattle. Got Phil. Doesn't want to be here. Zoning as best he can. But he's having trouble. Ultras comes back from base. He got dropped a little low here. Holding through for the moment, but not enough. Ultras is the one used to pull. Purifying Darts, by the way, removing slows and roots from the side of Granit Gaming. That will help against the Zul and the Tassadar. Punisher, Black Arrows helping that out, but they don't go all the way with it. Keep will live. Very barely. D-push from Sidestep Kings, keeping them in it. But Granit Gaming have begun to finally extend their lead after what was probably the best start Sidestep Kings have had. They smash their way through, stealing the Siege Giants away in those Khazra Impalers. Pressure onto the mid lane. Diablo scouts out. Actually provides vision onto the fountain for a second there. Nintori healed up. 16 already available. The Valorous Pursuit for Granit Gaming. Skoog ready to dive in deep. Mithril Mace and the Life Leech. So with the active reload, June pulled in, stunned, entombed, and absolutely destroyed. The Ultralisk stuns him out as well. A real Ultralisk tries to turn around and dive, but he gets crushed as well. They went for the turnaround. Lightning Breath is used, but it achieves nothing. Nintori doesn't even die here, the one tanking the keep. The fort will go down. Impalers will assist with that as Granit Gaming absolutely wrecked that fight. Not even close. Electric Fence to make sure no one's flanking them, so Gotfilth can at least clear some of the minions here. But this is going to be top keep dying. It's going to be mid keep being pressured. This is going to be Granit Gaming knocking everyone in their way down. Nintori healed up, sustaining through this. They're looking good. Sidestep Kings on the back foot as Granit Gaming. They're doing well. Weaken, though. Here come the talents that might make the difference. We see Weaken coming in from Zul. This is an important talent. It will actually maybe help them in these team fights. When Zul damages an enemy hero with Curse Strikes or Skeletal Warriors, they deal 35% less damage for 3 seconds. This is going to be a big talent because it will maybe give them some survivability in these fights. Diablo, very similar idea here. Going for the Debilitating Flames. Getting himself an extra slow of 5%, which is a big deal, but also slowed targets deal 50% less damage. So if they can try and reduce this damage output, they might be able to try and deal with this nano boost combo. It's all in on that right now. Lower their damage, keep your power spike going. Tastar went for the Executor's Will here. Giving himself that cooldown reduction in spell power. Ultralisk is used. Ultralisk, though, tanks through it. Cattle is deep in the backline. Wailing Arrow. Silence, but the unstoppable from Cattle is good. Trapped in the Entomb. He's got a Lightning Breath, but his health is too low. June sustains him a little bit, though. They get it. They get Kerrigan. Nick is taken out as we see the dive onto Hennig with the chase from Ultralisk. No escape here as Ultralisk gets the third kill. Triple kill for Ultralisk to save his team the game. Let's see that again, ladies and gentlemen. What a performance. Wait, what? There we go. It took a while to load. As we do see the sleep onto Cattle. Cattle tanked through so well. The Entomb came out. June, Flaming Swipe to buy time. Heal, bio, kill switch. And by that point, Ball Lightning had done too much damage. Cattle escaped. And they were able to get away. The final kill from Ultras. The Ball Lightning able to set up all those kills. What a play from Sidestep Kings as they bring themselves back to this game. Instead of half the kills of their opponents, they're still a full level behind, but they will not go quietly into that Dark Knight. 39 on the objective. They buy time, they delay, they want to make sure that everyone is up, everyone is healthy. They have the lanes cleared, they don't have to worry about porting back mid-push. It's all about this push right now. Push in, get value, win game, and more importantly, get 20. They don't have that yet. They're going to unfortunately have to grab the point because Leo starts to harass. Bolt, buried alive, nano infusion, and Valorous Brand will no longer be removed. No longer be consumed by Leoric. Nice Wraith Walk. They're just going to push top lane. The Punisher shall not be utilized by Sidestep Kings. They instead choose to push up top lane. Grabbing the fort up here will give them 20. It'll also spawn periodic catapults. Not every lane like a keep will. Oh, they don't finish it. They don't finish it. Oh, that's a disaster. They're so close to 20. They're so close, but Granit Gaming are hunting. They're on the hunt. Zul's, he was thinking of staying top, but he needs to be 5. They have to be 5 right now. There's 20. Granit Gaming. They're alright, but here we go. Mortal Wounds for Zul. They never found it last game. Last time they ran this Zul. Infinite Lightning. Hellgate. The Force Barrier. That's going to be huge. Split the team. Zone them out. Make the most of that Flaming Swipe. Split the team in 2. Force them to fight where you want to fight. Keep them in that Lightning Breath. Stukov. June. Waiting for his ult. Controlled Chaos or Top Off will likely be the options here. I don't think he'll go for Bio Explosion Switch. But he might. That single target blow up might be good. Granit Gaming. Now they're on even talents. They're suddenly playing a little bit further back on the back foot. They still have catapult pressure in top. They can go clear out that bruiser. They don't need to hard push anything. They can just wait for the objective and try and win another fight. It's worked all game. Why would it not still? So Granit Gaming playing a little bit further back. They go to clear top. Sidestep Kings, though, absolutely not. They are here to kill you because they are tired of dancing. They're finally even. They can finally try and make a play. Nintori is mounted. They won't find Nintori. They didn't know where anyone else was. Wasn't worth a risk yet. Wave clear is good. Keep the pressure onto that top fort. Lots of skeletons coming in from Kyocha. Here's Nintori. Again, buried alive. Has to be careful. They back up. It's all a trap currently set around the Bruiser camp for Granit Gaming. They look for Nintori again. Nintori gets away. Right now, Nintori's just grabbing XP and everyone else is just guarding their Bruiser camp from the side of Granit Gaming. They've already finished it. They're just waiting for the opportunity to catch it. They want that delayed so that it will be pushing on the next objective. But as such, they don't really have anything else to do. They're literally just going to wait and let Nintori double soak. Why would they ever step up and potentially lose that cap when they can just wait? It's a very clutch play from Granit Gaming. Very patient. They clear out mid because that's close enough to the camp to move back in. And play it safe. Objective's been sighted. As such, the camp can be captured now because they want that pushing with them. Every little bit of extra damage is important. Even the Fallen Shaman, which doesn't do that much damage. It will be important and will assist them in the push. June still hiding his Storm tier talent. What does he want? Does he need the top off? Against a Ana. It's risky. Does he go control chaos? Does he go bio explosion switch? Skoog fishing for heroes here. 12 already going over to Granit Gaming. They take a more aggressive position. Siege Giants pushing in the mid lane. The Impaler's doing some work. Grotter pokes down Skoog. Anti-heal. Mortal wounds from Kyocha. Going to be causing problems. And Tori zoned off the point. In the meantime, Ultralisk was already working on it. 23. They dive deep. Looking for a Skoog. They hold him in the Entomb. They can turn the Entomb against them here, but it's going to be a great escape by Kyocha, but he's still going to get taken out. In the meantime, Grotter bolts to the backline to try and get Gotfilth, who sustains! June with the quick burst. Cattle has no health. He will survive. Health regen. 1 for 1. It's going to be Grotter for Kyocha. Both teams trying to make the play off of that. Let's see it again while we wait for Sidestep Kings to return. The charge came in. The Entomb was good, but the counter lurking arm kept everyone inside silenced. You saw the quick attempt at the bone armor coming in from the Zul to stay alive. The great turnaround, quick bio kill switch from June was the difference between living and death there for Tassadar. But now there's a Punisher pushing in to the top lane. 4 members for both teams. Zul will spawn up in 15 seconds. Punisher has to be pulled mid. That's bad. Entomb. That's a very bad place for Cattle to be. No healing. Anti-healing is used. He charges out to a minion to get himself out of danger. June begins to heal up. Punisher was not pulled to mid, though, during that fight. Mid will get a single shot to try and help out. It's pulled, but Ultralisk is deleted by the charge of Skoog. Kyocha comes in, dodges the stun. He doesn't get poisoned over off because he is quickly CC'd. June is taken out. Gotfilth is trying to race the Punisher. There's the stun. June is down. Cattle's trying to buy time. The shield is out. Gotfilth is trying to race down the Punisher. They've got Midkeep to help out. Cattle is focused here. It's currently a 4 versus 2. Gotfilth is the only thing left between Granit Gaming and victory, and he will be zoned away. Diablo is back. He used souls. Gotfilth is trying to delay. Skoog's on it, but the core is down. And that's gonna be game 3 and the series going over to Granit Gaming, who win in a clean sweep. What a performance by Granit Gaming there. Really showing up where they weren't able to in week number 1. And Sidestep Kings, definitely their best game so far, but looking a little shaky when it came to their play style. Plenty of time, plenty of weeks to try and make them their way back in, but Granit Gaming, insane play there at the end. The Nick Kerrigan doing ridiculous amounts of damage. Gotfilth was able to do so much due to the AoE aspect of his hero. Ultralisk carrying those fights at the end. But again, the Zul, effective, and really very nearly carried them in that final fight. But that Entomb, Nintori with the carry, I believe, in that last fight. Getting the Entomb onto Kyocha and Cattle, both frontliners being basically taken out of action during that fight, kind of shut that game down and allowed Granit Gaming to take the victory. Very, very nicely done here. In fact, let's have a look at that one more time. Seeing that replay, you can see the Entomb. It captures it. But Cattle is being zoned by Nick here, taking so much damage. Gotfilth barely survives, and they do lose Grotter due to that. Very nearly lose Skoog as well. But Kerrigan survives. And that's the important part. That's their race. And then Tori, able to quickly get the value going up in top lane, wins them that game. Very nicely done. For now, though, that's going to be the end of my stream, as this was the last game. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please consider dropping a subscription or a donation via bits or via the Streamlab links below. I had a wonderful time casting these games. They were really, really fun. I will hopefully be back next week. Again, I might be one game late. We will have to see, depending on how quickly my other commitment beforehand goes. So we might miss... Hang on, let's have a look. I might not be able to cast Oxygen versus Wild Hearts, which is a shame. That would be a really good matchup to cast. I might not be able to do that one. But I will try and be around to give all that hype and when I can be, and I'll definitely be around on Sunday. So if you enjoyed me, drop a sub, drop a donation so I can keep affording to do this. And of course, show some love to the sponsor. Woo! It's going to be Simply Not Gaming. I'm never doing that again. It's going to be Simply Not Gaming and their People's Choice campaign, where you can vote on which of their systems receives the bigger Black Friday discount. If you vote tonight, you're voting on the Nemesis SNUC book and the Vortex. If you vote on them, it costs you nothing, but you can get a big discount when it comes to Black Friday. In a couple days, there will be a new poll up, so you can vote on 2 more systems and say which one gets the price going down, so that you can get yourself a good deal. For now, though, exclamation mark SNUC in chat so you can find those details. I am done for tonight. I hope you had a wonderful time with me. Again, if you have any support you can give, it is appreciated. But the biggest support you can do is to follow and share with your friends that I am providing the alternative commentary here, because the more viewers means a better chance of donations, meaning I can keep doing it. And who knows, maybe we'll draw someone's attention that I am still available and willing to do stuff. We'll see. I doubt that's going to happen anytime soon. But more attention is always lovely, so getting more viewers in here, let's find more friends. For now, I'm going to find someone to raid. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. Have a good night, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary folk. We'll see you all next time. See you tomorrow if my D&D game's on, so I hope you enjoyed that. Have a good night. Bye-bye.